Hey friends, it's me Alyssa and I am back with Live and Local Atlanta. I'm joined by my incredible friend in business. She is a business mind to pick and talk to. I'm here with Aleah Montague from Meet the Mushroom,
Meet
and
the
I'm so
mushroom.
excited. You just came back from an episode of Shark Tank, so I'm
Yes,
excited to hear a little bit more details about how you felt about that experience. But
for
let's
sure.
talk about Meet the Mushroom. What exactly is it?
So Meet the Mushroom is a plant-based meat alternative company. So as you can imagine, it's spelled MEAT. So we make meats out of mushrooms, right? And our first product is something called Shroom Bacon, which is a bacon made of sliced mushrooms, believe it or not. What's cool about it is like a really clean product, only 5 ingredients, none of the funky stuff that's in bacon, and none of the funky stuff that's in a lot of plant-based meat alternatives, soy and gluten. And it's helping people that are vegans, vegetarians, just want to eat healthier. It's helping them to still enjoy bacon, because who can't live without bacon, girl?
Absolutely. And you know what? I think it's so crazy to say. I'm not the biggest fan of bacon. When
Gotcha.
I do order bacon, I get it extra, extra crispy because I
Me
hate
too.
the animal fat on it. And
Oof. Yes.
I've never been a fan of that. And I would
Yeah.
say I'm probably like 90% like vegetable based diet, and
Ah,
maybe
okay.
10% I eat like maybe every now and then like chicken or fish, but
Gotcha.
it makes me feel so sick to eat any type of like
Mm.
chicken, meat, fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I eat a
You're not
lot of
alone. You
vegetables.
are not alone. Yeah.
Yes, I love my vegetable based foods. I
Nice.
wouldn't say vegan. I do love cheese and I love,
Right.
sour cream and butter
Same.
and all of that stuff, but
Right.
I think this is such a fun and unique way to incorporate something different because,
Yeah.
yeah, there's not a lot of great vegetarian or vegan bacon alternatives, if you will. I've seen people do the candied carrots where they
I
stick
know.
and slice it,
Coconut.
and it's just not the same. So it's always cool to hear about these new different ways. And I think when I heard this, I was like, oh, that makes sense because a mushroom is heavy. It's got a little meat to it to
Yes.
begin with, so it's got to make
Yes.
sense. Like it's got to
Yes.
have something there.
Yeah. Some heft to it, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I have to ask, how did you even begin the process of saying, I think there's something here with turning mushroom into a meat alternative?
Right, right. So that was on my husband, and he's now just, since Shark Tank has aired, he's hard in the kitchen, ramping up production, all that good stuff, right? So that's why he's not here. But at any rate, he's the one that invented this in the kitchen. And initially, he wanted to start a restaurant, and he was looking for meat alternatives. He knew he didn't want to just fill the menu with soy, things that are made of soy, which is what a lot of vegan plant-based restaurants do. And he started going to YouTube University down the rabbit hole, seeing all the fun things that you can do with mushrooms. Fungi is really, it's more almost like us than it is like plants. You know what I mean? Just it gives off, I always get this wrong. We breathe out carbon dioxide, and so do mushrooms. You know what I mean? So, they're close to me in a sense. And so he started playing with it. He was trying to make something else. He sliced the mushroom really thin, tasted it, and said, that tastes just like bacon. And, duplicated the process, let me taste it. We actually weren't husband and wife back then, but we were boyfriend and girlfriend. Let me taste it. And I'm like, what am I eating? Isn't this bacon? So he definitely stumbled across it. But, it's true. Mushrooms can be made into some of our favorite meats. And even if you just scroll on, YouTube or Instagram, you see that. So a great invention that happened by accident.
And I love hearing stories like this, the accidental discovery, because
Yeah,
you're not expecting it. And it's almost as
right.
if the universe or God, whatever you believe in, has given you this
Mm-hmm.
gift. And it's
Right.
up to you to decide how you want to share it with the world, whether you do want to keep it a secret
Exactly.
or let the whole world know what it is. And I think that's so
Yeah.
fun. It's so exciting. And he really shared a little gift with you, and you guys were able to really turn it into something huge. And I think that's so exciting. Now,
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
thing I have to
Thank
commend
you.
you on is
Yeah.
you are able to do something I have never been able to do and will never be able to do. And I love my
Yeah.
husband dearly, but hearing that you were able to work with your husband back when he was your boyfriend, when you could have
Right.
said, you know what, you're crazy, get out of my life.
Right,
I
right.
really commend you. How are you guys navigating having a relationship, living to
Yeah.
like all of that? Like when do you
Raising
take
a daughter. We have a
yes,
20
how
month
do
old,
you navigate all of this? I mean, you guys are busy,
Yeah.
successful entrepreneurs, you have your
Yeah.
relationship, you also have your business
Right.
relationship. How are you doing all of
Right.
this?
Right. It's not easy, girl. Let's be real. You know what I mean? Some days are better than others, but I think one thing that we found is really differentiating our roles and not trying to really cross paths, on the bigger thinking around the business, like we're both passionate about it, so we can have a meeting on the minds. But on the day to day, he has his team, he's really entrenched in the production piece. We have people that work for us and making this product, and he has his team that he manages, and then I'm on the marketing side, so creating some separation is really important to keep the relationship healthy. But again, some days are better than others, you know what I mean? But it's definitely a work in progress, and the biggest call out has got to be that like separation, having his support people around him and my support people around me, and just staying in our lanes is the best way to do it. That's what we found the hard way. We didn't found that out the hard way.
Oh, I love hearing this because I feel like we talk to so many people. You see these
Yeah.
couples that go on TV and they go
Yeah.
on to do other interviews and they're like, we do everything together. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
lying. You're
Yeah.
lying. I know
No,
you're lying. You're
no,
the first person I've met who's said, we are separate. We do everything
no, we
separate.
have
He
to
has his team. I
be.
have my team. And
Yeah.
I love that because you guys
Yeah.
thrive in different ways. Your minds think
Right.
differently. You're thriving in different
Exactly.
capacities. I love that. I think that's so
Exactly.
fun.
Yes.
When do you guys turn off work mode and it's, back to husband, wife, family time?
Never. I mean, we're always thinking about the business. If you're an entrepreneur, you go to sleep thinking about this, you wake up thinking about it. We do carve out date nights. We're blessed to have my mother-in-law, my husband's mom, is not far living from us, only about 30 minutes away. She loves, watching her grandbaby, and she's always really available. She's retired, so that is a blessing. So we do set aside date nights and different experiences, but we have to literally put it on the schedule the way that we put other things on the schedule, because
Yeah.
owning a business, it will just swallow you. There's always something else to do. There's never not
Yes.
something to do list, so we have to say no. Tonight is date night. We're going on a trip to get away for 2 nights, any little ways that we can carve out. Sometimes it's just like a trip to Whole Foods. I mean, that's fun. Whole
I
Foods is
love
like a date
that.
night, as expensive as it is, you know what I mean? So just going and trying new things and new recipes just to keep it fresh.
I think that's so incredible. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Shark Tank. Can we start with
Yeah,
how did you guys even think we have something here that belongs on Shark Tank? Talk about
right.
that moment when you're like, we should try this.
We should try this. You know what? It was other people that told us. I mean, of course, you have a business and you watch Shark Tank, you're like, oh, I wish I could go on there. But we really started selling this product at the farmers markets where we live. And it was other people that would taste it, because we would shout, come try a sample of bacon made of mushrooms, get a sample, get a sample. People would taste it. Even if they didn't buy, they would say, you guys should go on Shark Tank. This is really good. When are you guys on Shark Tank? You know what you need to do? Go on Shark Tank. So that kind of built up our confidence. And my husband applied. We both applied, the first year. Then I think I was pregnant the next year, and I'm like, I'm not going. I don't want to do anything but just have this baby. So he applied himself. And then actually the third year, this year that we got on, they reached out to us. They said, hey, if you could, give us some updates on the business, let us know. And then the process kind of continued from there. So it was definitely our community that said, you guys have something. You're always like a little afraid, like, who am I to think that I could go on Shark Tank, right?
Yes.
Like that's a
Yeah.
thought. Like it would be cool, but like really, so it was the people around us in our extended, family, our community that said, do it. You guys belong there, and I'm glad that they did.
Absolutely. I love that. Now, we only see, of course, my husband and I, we are religious watchers of Shark Tank,
Uh-huh.
and we love watching the lead up, the whole pitch.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through kind of how you were feeling in the middle of the business pitch in front of the shark?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's funny, like, so the hallway walk, we all know that you walk down the hallway and the announcer's saying that little thing. And that was definitely nerve-wracking. So I remember my heart was beating out of my chest for that. I got in front of the sharks. I'm standing there. It's go time. I think the first couple words out my mouth, nervous, but then I just kind of switched into like, this is do or die mode. Like I really got to a point where like somebody in a sports game, like this is a Super Bowl, I'm leaving it all out on the field. Like you're gonna get all of me. Whatever happens,
Yes.
I never want to look back and say, oh, I should have said this or I should have had more energy and more emotion. Like this is my heart. This business is our family business. I'm just putting it all out there and see what happens, and I could at least walk away knowing I did my best. So
Yeah.
at a certain point, girl, it was like an out of body experience. And I could see myself like talking and, interacting with the sharks, but, I just kicked into like autopilot mode.
Oh, I love that. That's so fun. Now, they say everyone in Hollywood is a lot shorter than they look. Were the sharks short in person or were they like
No,
tall?
they looked. I mean, I felt like they looked like they did on TV. Yeah, there was nobody that I was like, oh, he's really short, or she's actually really short. You know what I mean? They were all really nice. Really great interaction. Smiling faces. Really, it was great. It was a great experience. Yep.
I love that. I love that. Now, can you share what you might be doing with your after effects? Have you made any connections? Can you share anything at all?
um yeah, I mean, we're still like having conversations, so that's super exciting. Like Shark Tank is really the beginning of just connecting with the sharks, so talks are still happening. That's really, exciting about that. And I think the biggest thing is being able to be on like this national stage and having people know about this product, so just before it aired, just getting really prepared for all the traffic we would get to our site and sales that we might possibly get. And we're really in the thick of it now, Alyssa, trying to just keep our head up and ride the wave and take advantage of this great opportunity.
I love that. I love that. I love hearing these types of stories. Now, I have to ask, for anybody who wants to get on Shark Tank, do you have any tips
Yeah.
for them that you're like, oh, you should definitely do this?
Right. I think just keep applying and just be your authentic self. I mean, that sounds real cliche, but they really want to see your personality. They want to, hear your story. Don't try to put on any airs. Be you, because you is what America and the audience can really connect with the most. So as you're filling out the application, I wouldn't give up. I would keep applying every year until, you didn't feel like it anymore. But as you're giving your responses, speak in your voice, not like what you think they want to hear. Just be you, because that's going to take you further than anything. And you is not boring. A pat response can be like, okay, what are they trying to do? Give us what we want, but you just want to say who you really are. And then you have no regrets, when you do it that way.
I love that. It's so true. Like you said, it's like you go like you're a football player on the Super Bowl or
Yeah.
a basketball player leaving it all on the court. You want to
Just
give
leave it
everything
out
to your all
there.
because you don't know when the next chance you're going to get to do something amazing like that. I
Correct.
have
Yeah,
to ask,
absolutely.
I have to ask, what is next for Meet the Mushroom? What are you guys planning
Yeah.
next? What's cooking up in the kitchen? If you can share, of course.
Oh yeah. So of course the company is called Meet the Mushroom. So Jamaican, the plant-based bacon is our first product, but there will definitely be more products down the line. I've tasted a few in the test kitchen. We definitely want to make sure Jamaican has a foothold, get in more grocery stores. Our customers are able to order online, but we're in about 100 grocery stores, and we want to be in hundreds, before the year is out, to just make it easier and more accessible and more affordable for people to shop our products. So definitely going to continue, just expand the reach of Shoemaking and maybe launch something new before the end of the year. We'll see. We'll see how things turn out.
I love that. And the year's still young, so
I
that is
know,
a
it's
high
just January.
possibility. I love that. I love that. How can
Definitely.
people stay connected with you all online through social media, get on the
For
website,
sure.
all of that?
Yeah, so you want to go to meetthemushroom.com. So MEAT, themushroom.com. That's our social media handles, like on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, and our website. We ship this product all over the country. So come on over to our website to learn more and to order some Jamaican for yourself.
Oh, I love that. It is so fun. I have to ask Aleah, do you have any last tip, piece of advice, hot take, whether it's about life, about business, about marriage, you want to give
Yeah.
the world?
For sure. I think my biggest shout out, the one thing that I want everyone to know is whether you are vegan or vegetarian or flexitarian or you eat everything, it doesn't matter. Nothing wrong with trying something new and incorporating something healthier into your lifestyle. So I don't want you to think that one bite of Jamaican, anyone's going to expect you to now give up all meat and give up all dairy. We can totally kind of incorporate little changes in our life to make our lives better and to make us healthier. And I think that's where the magic lies. We're not expecting everybody to switch to a plant-based lifestyle. It's cool, but try something new and a healthier way to bacon. That's our biggest message.
I love it. I think that's so fun. And of course, we should all be trying something new every day. I think
Yes,
that's
for
what helps
sure. It's how
keep
you stay
you.
young.
Yes, I was about to say that's how you stay young and live forever.
Yeah.
So I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. This
Thank
is
you.
Live and Local Atlanta. I'm your host, Alyssa. If you love conversations just like this with my friend Aleah from Meet the Mushroom, make sure you download the free Odyssey app so you get notified of exclusive conversations just like this one. Make sure you favorite Star 94 Atlanta by hitting the heart in the top corner of your screen. And of course, if you want to stay up to date with me, you can give me a follow at itsme_Lyssa D, and I will see you next time.